Hey everyone, Bunny here from May's video, and for May's video, I wanted to do a Stream Deck tour. I'm actually about to remap everything, so I figured it'd be a good idea just to go through and showcase what I have set up before I have to tear it all down. So if you don't know what a Stream Deck is, it is a stream peripheral device from Elgato, and basically what it does is it adds a lot of functionality to your streams by mapping keys and basically using it as an external keypad to run different functions on your stream. Now, I being a VTuber, I primarily use it for VTube Studio expressions and for OBS navigation around my Twitch streams, but you can use it to do a whole lot of other things. So, let's get into it. So here we are on my game capture screen in OBS. This is the scene I use to capture any gameplay when I'm streaming on Twitch. But we're going to use it today to showcase how the Stream Deck lets you function with OBS and all the different plugins we have. So, right now we're just on a plain screen. I hit this handy dandy little button, and boom, there's my desktop capture. Let me move myself out of the way here. And this is what the Stream Deck interface looks like on your PC. Now, there's an actual physical device that you can't see, but everything that is currently on my Stream Deck is reflected in the software. So, whoops, that's the wrong button. So, these are the plugins I currently have for my Stream Deck. Some of these I use more than others, but most of them can be found in the Elgato marketplace, which is that icon right there that I accidentally clicked. And basically what that looks like is this. This is the Elgato Stream Deck plugin marketplace. You can buy icon packs, plugins, profiles, sounds, music, all kinds of stuff. You can basically use your Stream Deck as a soundboard. I personally just use it as a stream navigation tool and a VTuber expression manager, essentially. But that's what that looks like. So, these are all the plugins I currently have installed and currently use. Like I said, some I use more than others. For example, I use the OBS one, obviously, a lot. I use the VTube Studio one a lot. Mix It Up, that's the bot my stream runs through. It controls like my toggles and stuff like that for redeems and bits and stuff like that. I also use a lot of the bar rater tools. So bar rater is a third-party application, basically connecting with Spotify, Twitch, obviously. There's a bunch of other ones that I don't really use because I think there's a YouTube one and stuff like that. But for me personally, I just use Twitch and Spotify, and this gives me extra added functionality over like Spotify controls on my Stream Deck and Twitch controls on my Stream Deck. So we can go through those really quick. In the actual Stream Deck software, as you can see, there's the basic Twitch one, which lets you do a lot. Lets you do chats, emotes, sub chat, stream markers, clips, shield mode, all that good stuff that you need. But then the bar rater tools has a lot more flexibility and versatility. You can do bans, you can change your title and category. You can do giveaways. You can see other live streamers. I actually have a page for other streamers that I follow that I want to know when they go live right on my Stream Deck. And it'll play a noise. Lets me know when they go live. Super handy. Runs ads. I love this thing. Now, the only caveat with using like a third-party tool like bar rater is that whenever Twitch updates their API or Spotify updates their API, you gotta log in again and do it all over again. But it is what it is. So, let's get into the actual Stream Deck. Okay, so here we are in my base Stream Deck profile. I actually have two Stream Decks. I have a Stream Deck Mini, which I had before. It was gifted to me by a friend when he upgraded. And then my community funded me a Stream Deck MSI 2, I believe is what it is, which is the 15 key one. So I have a 6 key and then I upgraded to a 15 key, but I still use both. It's just nice to have the mini one for like extra panic buttons or things like that. We'll get into it a little bit later in the setup. But for now, this is my main one. This is the 15 key one. And one of the functions that I find super useful with the Stream Deck is it will let you queue up multi-actions. So this is super big for my go live and my ending ones specifically, but I do use multi-actions across a lot of the other plugins and tools. So for my go live one, for example, I'm not going to press this because it will actually put me live on Twitch. But what it will do when I press it is it will move my model off screen using a VTube Studio plugin. It will delay it. It will delay the input of the next action so that it has time to process that move. It will then, in OBS, switch to my starting soon screen, which is super handy because before I had this, all the time I would forget to put myself on starting soon and I would just be out there with the stream guts, raw. As soon as I press the button, I would forget and then I would panic and have to like click into OBS and find my starting soon screen. So this eliminates the need for that. It automatically does it when I push the button. It will then also hit the go live button, so I start streaming to Twitch. And then it will start playing my stream music playlist on Spotify with the Bar Raider Spotify plugin. Super handy. I never have to remember anything. The button just does it all for me. The only thing I have to remember is to have Spotify open, which I usually do anyway. So super handy. Now there is an option in Stream Deck to launch applications with your system, which is, I believe, in this category right here. You can launch programs and applications. I personally don't do it because I feel like my computer would have a meltdown if I tried to open like 8 different programs at once because I use a lot of stuff for being a VTuber. However, that is an option. You can do that. You can one touch open all your programs if you so desire. But for me, I don't use it. I have my setup the way it works for me and it works perfectly fine. However, that is an option. If you do have one, you can do that. So moving through to the next button, this is my chatting screen and we can actually look at this. So what's going to happen when I press that button is it will do the scene swap. It will swap me to my just chatting scene. It will move my model so that she sits in an appropriate place and isn't covering any other overlay elements. And then it will, in OBS, you probably won't hear it because I don't have it set to be on the recording track. It's only on the VOD track and this isn't a VOD. It will unmute my background music and it'll be different background music in the video when I go to edit this later. But essentially what it'll do is it will unmute my background music so that there is something in the VOD later because I do have my Spotify set up to not stream on Twitch for DMCA reasons and whatnot. So it will change it to a suitable set of music that I can use for clips and have running in the background for VODs and stuff like that, and me not get in trouble and get a DMCA flag on any of my accounts. So I'm gonna press the button and we'll see what happens. So you probably didn't see any of that because I also have a transition happening in OBS, but basically the transition covers up the actual scene swap and the model move, so it all looks very seamless and organized. But that's what happened. OBS swapped the scene, the transition played over top of it, my model was moving in the background, and then the music got unmuted. And I can show you that here. Oh, no, but I can't actually, not on this scene. But the music did get unmuted in the background. So yeah, super handy. And then if we go back, I'm going to press my game hotkey. It's going to move me into game position, switch to my game screen, and we're back here. Now I'm going to manually size myself back up so that we can see the toggles in real time. But yeah, these are all multi-actions that work in the same way. So for my game scene, swaps to game scene, switches, moves my model around, mutes that background music we unmuted earlier. It will unmute my capture card so that I've been using my capture card a lot recently. I've been streaming a lot of PS5 games. So it will unmute my capture card so it's all ready to go or whatever thing. And then it will also show my chat on screen so that the chat box is always there and I never have to figure out, because I use 2 different chat boxes. It's a whole thing. But this basically just expedites the process, automates it so I don't have to worry about it or think about it, and it sets it all up on my end. And we go on to the next one. We have the BRB, again, switches scene, moves model. And then the ending one is kind of a different beast because as I'm wrapping up my stream, there's a lot of things going on that I am personally worrying about. So offloading some of it to the automation of the Stream Deck is super handy and useful. So when I hit the ending button, what will happen is it's going to swap me to my ending screen. It is going to start playing Spotify again, because I don't usually run Spotify during the stream. I usually just let the game audio go. It will then also mute my mic, and we'll do this. We'll press this button so you can see it all in action. It will mute my mic because I can't tell you how many times I've gone to my ending screen, but my mic has still been hot. And chat has heard me talk to my partner as he comes home from work, or they hear me like stretching and like getting up from my chair, and like, yeah, we don't want to do that again. We don't want to do it. So I have added a mute in there so that I will be silent when the ending screen comes up. And then VTube Studio will trigger a hotkey for me. This is a special toggle I have. It basically pops up a hand asset, and you'll see it as we go. It pops that asset up for me so that I'll sit behind it, moves my model again back into place, and sends my end of stream chat messages. So my socials, plugs my socials, runs my Discord command, all that good stuff. Now let's see it in action. I've manually unmuted myself now, but as you can see, it's popped up this little hand asset. I've got text over top of it. If Spotify was open, it would be playing Spotify and also my end music. But yeah, this is just a hotkey, just a series of hotkeys that I've set up. So yeah, we'll move the asset back. We'll go back to the game screen. I'll size myself back up so we can see what's going on. But yeah, super handy. I don't have to worry about it. It's all done there. I'm pretty sure we probably just spammed my Twitch chat though. Nah, we're good. We're good. The bot's not open, so it didn't run any of the commands. Sick. Okay, cool. See, we learn and we do all kinds of things every single day. All right. The other great functionality about this is you can map VTube Studio hotkeys to it. So let's get into those. Let's get into those real quick. So, being a VTuber, I use a lot of hotkeys. I think we all know. It's really nice to have them mapped to the Stream Deck because, again, one touch press and it just runs. So, whenever something's happening, I can just reach forward and press a button. I can run through all of my hotkeys. So, I have all of these mapped expressions. That's that middle row there. Mapped expressions. For when stuff is happening, I can just react in real time, essentially. I can do all of that, you know? We can also do things like show and hide sources, so I can show my desktop. I can show my capture card. My capture card's not on, but it's not going to work. But you get the idea. I can move and hide my model. There she goes. She's back. There she goes. She's back. You can do all kinds of cool stuff. And this is with, like, nested scenes, with source visibility. Super, so like for here, this one, on this scene specifically, it will hide my VTuber model because it's hiding the nested VTuber scene I have, which is a whole, we could do an OBS setup one day. My OBS is kind of messy, but nested scenes are a great resource if you've never used them before. Super cool. You can set up things and then nest them into other scenes and then have all of your parts in order. Super handy. So we move on, more toggles. I can pop up that hand asset again. Usually I have to press it again when I'm starting stream because I've forgotten to take it off when I close VTube Studio for the night. So when I log back in for the next day's stream, it's still there. So then that's just a handy button to have it and remove it. You can do my glasses. You can do, here, let me do this. You can zoom in on different parts. This is what that move model function does. You can basically just zoom and move your model around, which is super handy. So we have some interesting redeems with that, with chat, but it is what it is, you know. We're here. We listen and we don't judge, okay? You can do things like, I can take off my cardigan. I can make myself bald. If you've got any of like these custom expressions mapped with animations, you can also set that up too. Let me see if I have one that has like animations attached to it. Let's see, random toggle. I'm pretty sure I have one. Yeah, so this is a multi-action. So I have this really cute little hand asset, but it has an expression mapped to it where you have to press a button to make the little heart thing pop up. you can map that to a multi-action too. So that's what's going on here. It pops the asset on, and then it runs the animation. And it's all just one button. Just all one button to press. Super, super cute, super handy. I love it. All right, what else? What else do we got in here? You can also, I have a bunch of different VTube Studio stuff set up. So like I have palette swaps for my model. You can map those as well. Super, super handy. You can do model swaps. You can like actually load in a different model. So like I have this Suica model. You can swap it in. I have hotkeys mapped for that as well. You can set up, I have mix it up actions for my stream in this folder. So like I can run commands. I have a counter. I can pause OBS with this. That's just basically just extra stream commands are there. Different scene moves. There was a hot moment where I was doing mobile games, so I had a mobile game set up. This is a body physics toggle, so you can turn on and off body physics. See, lots more movement, less rigid. You can turn on scene lighting. So now if I move my stuff around, you can kind of see how the scene lighting works. You can turn it on, turn it off. And then this page, this is that feature I was talking about with the bar rater tools. You can basically like see other streamers with this tool. And whenever they go live, their picture will light up. It'll change to color from grayscale, and then my Stream Deck will play a sound in my headphones and let me know they're live. And then I can just click this button on my Stream Deck, and boom, it opens their stream for me. It's super handy. Like I said, Stream Deck, it's a great tool. If you don't have the money to purchase the actual device hardware for yourself, they do also have a phone app. I believe it's a paid subscription. It's like $3 or $4 a month. Something like that. I don't know if they have a one-time payment. Like I said, I just have the devices, so I've been just using the devices. But I do know they have a phone app, and it works essentially the same way. You just connect your phone, and it works just like this. And you can see that there with the devices. So you're going to add a mobile device. And then here's my Stream Deck Mini. It's a cute little baby 6-button Stream Deck. This is basically my panic button stuff. So I have an extra capture here in case I forget to turn it on. Spotify controls, when I was doing webcam, hand cam stuff, that's this setup turns that on. If I ever have to run a forced ad break, because we know how Twitch ad breaks are, not great. They come whenever they want, and then sometimes you have to force it to like remain on schedule. I can run a forced ad break with some mix it up commands. And so I have so many backup like ad break buttons because I always forget about ad breaks. So I have a lot of them. I have a clip button. If we get hate rated, this basically locks down my stream. So it'll create a stream marker, clears the chat, puts it in shield mode, sends a chat message to let people what's going on. It'll turn on sub only chat so that hopefully I'm not getting spammed by unsubscribed accounts. And then to make a couple extra cents off them, we play an ad. It's a great panic button to have. It's one like having to think about all those actions at one time. We just hit the Stream Deck button. It's a great panic button. We love it. We love having the panic button. And then just some extra VTube Studio toggles that I really honestly don't even use. So what even is this one? Look at me. Oh, that's just another one of those Zoom ones. Anyway, that's the Stream Deck. That's my Stream Deck setup. It's super handy, super useful. Cannot recommend it enough. I think you can do similar things with the Sammy bot. I've never personally used Sammy, so I am not familiar with their interface. I only know about the Stream Deck stuff. But if you have a Stream Deck and you're interested in like learning how to do any of this, feel free to drop a comment below. I'll do my best to help you. I'm by no means an expert, but I have been using this stuff for a few years now. I feel like I'm pretty familiar with it and setting it up. More than happy to help anyone out and basically optimizing or automating parts of your stream. It's super handy. Like I said, the go live and the ending stuff, the Twitch hate raid panic button, all super great because I forget or I panic and I don't know what I need to do, and that just takes care of it all for me. Super handy, super useful. Great for someone like me who forgets a lot. Anyway, just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for watching the video today. I really appreciate it. I hope you've been enjoying the monthly videos. I am trying my best to stay on track and on top of those. I'm running out of ideas though. So if you got any ideas for what you want to see or what you want to hear or ask me, feel free. Drop a comment. Send me an @ on Twitter or Blue Sky, or pop in the Discord and drop a message. I will take any and all ideas. Whatever you want to see, I'm down to make content for. I'm having a lot of fun making these short form videos for YouTube. It's kind of pushing me out of my comfort zone, but it has been really fun trying to learn a new skill set. So yeah, I really appreciate you taking the time dropping by and watching the video. And I hope this was somewhat informational and informative for you. If not, thanks for watching anyway. I appreciate it. But yeah, if you are new to the channel, I do also stream. I stream on Twitch. I stream generally Tuesday to Thursday from 12 p.m. Eastern to 4 p.m. Eastern. So feel free to come by and catch a live stream. We're currently playing FF7 Rebirth at the time of recording this video. I think we're all about done with the game, but who knows? That game's long. I've got 80 hours in it already. So anyway, I've taken up enough of your time yapping. I appreciate you watching the video. I appreciate you hanging around, and I appreciate you supporting the content. If you want to support further, there'll be links in the description to do so. Otherwise, I will see you next month, and I will catch you later, okay? Until then, stay cute, be your best selves, and have the day you deserve, all right? Love you, kissies, bye!